So we've talked to you several times about the experience at tackle and moving outside and handling some really good edge rushers. You didn't play Jordan Burch the first time because he was out, and you were still at guard for that game too, obviously. But what do you see from him on film, and what challenges will he present?
Yeah, since coming back, I feel like he's always had the power. He has the power to throw tackles into the quarterback. His speed of power is very good. Also, he has the finesse. He's able to use his hands well. So he's a very challenging rusher. He's going to be obviously one of those rushers going to be making a lot of money in a couple months. So you got to be on your stuff when you come to him. You got to know how to attack him, but he doesn't make it easy on you. He's a really good rusher.
I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second, but as this second half of the season has progressed, and as these last few weeks even, how has your game grown at tackle, do you feel, and what strides have you made there?
I think just more reps equal more comfort. At the beginning, I didn't really trust what I was doing solely because I haven't done it before. But after going through a couple games with it, practicing with it, working on it, refining it, I just have more comfort in my position, working in space a lot more. Because that's probably one of the biggest positions between guard and tackle, besides the different type of rusher you go against, is just being in space a lot more. If you're a guard, there's only a finite box you can work with in terms of the guy rushing you. If you're a tackle, it's just you and him on an island, and you got to make it work. So, it's just being comfort on that island and trying to operate in space.
Do you think facing Abdul Carter, your first game at tackle, sort of a baptism by fire, helped catalyze what's been a pretty strong second half of the season for you, I feel like?
Yeah, I feel like what helped me was going against Jack and JT every day in practice.
Yeah,
I told them don't go easy on me. I pull those guys after practice. I pull all the other edge rushers after practice to help me out. Just trying to be able to see the nuances of edge rushing, trying to see when their shoulders face me, if they're going upfield, if they're looking inside to try to swipe inside. So trying to see everything so when I do it in a game, I can do it at a high level.
And then what have you seen from Luke here as he stepped up and gotten involved in the guard rotation?
Yeah, I've seen Luke take big steps in the right direction of where he wants to go in his career. When it's called competitive excellence, when your number's called, you got to make a play. And I feel like Luke has made plays when his number's called so far this season. Obviously got a tough matchup for him this week with a lot. They're great interior guys. They move a lot. They show different fronts, but Luke's really smart, and we'll see what he can do.
What makes a guy who's already projected to be a first-round guard be so selfless that say, I'm going to move the tackle even if this isn't the position that NFL teams will put me in?
Because I like winning, and the coaches explained to me like, hey, one of our best chances of winning is you moving out to tackle. I was like, of course I wrestled with it. I was like, well, I built this body of work at guard. Everyone sees me as a guard. Well, I didn't move out, but then I actually thought about it. I was like, all right, I like winning more than I like anything like that. So I moved out, and obviously it wasn't easy at first, but I had a great teammates who helped me along the way, and then a system that helped me develop and be more comfortable at playing tackle. And so it wasn't just like me, just a Herculean effort type. I got help along the way, but this is more of that.
When you think about this O-line year as a whole, everyone's moving. Carson goes from center to guard, guard to center. It seems like the theme of it is like this unselfish group. And as the leader of this group, how have you seen that grow from this team when you go through so much adversity and have to be so resilient?
Yeah, obviously we've been dealt a bad hand in terms of injuries. Lost obviously a Remington Award-winning center, which was the brain of our offense, and then we lost Josh Simmons, who, let's be honest, he was going to be an All-American. He was arguably one of the best pass-blocking tackles in all of college football. So you have to adjust, and being able to adjust and being versatile is kind of what the name of this O-line has been. I played next to 4 different guys this year, and all the guys I didn't play against, they've moved all across the O-line. We've had so many different line mashups and mixes that I lost count, but it's just Coach Fry still believing in every single one of us. Hey, I don't know where you're gonna be this week, but I need you to execute for me. And he puts us in the best position to succeed. And it's just us believing in each other and the guy next to us that we can go out there and get it done.
From the outside, it looked like that fall camp when everybody was sick. It was like, well, what the fuck, man? This is just the worst thing that could happen. And then injury after injury after injury happened. What has this year been like from that moment in fall when people were sick and I know you were hurt to now?
Yeah, I mean, I even almost forgot about fall camp. Everybody was sick, but yeah, I mean that was a challenging time. We had a lot of guys out. Obviously, I wasn't really doing much then, but it was kind of like the starting stages of other guys moving into different positions. I don't know who played what then, but I know a lot of guys weren't playing their primary spots because we had to practice. So guys need to play somewhere, but it's kind of showed versatility. Like I said, a lot of guys have to play in different areas and be comfortable with it.
Thank you, Donovan.